there you go. You're in great shape. We hear you and we're ready to learn from you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I am Ivano.
And I'm Rocco.
We are from primary school Ivane Brlić-Mažuranić from Virovitica.
And this is our project, the Linden tree comparison data at the Virovitica City Park Globe Station.
Geographical location of Virovitica along the slopes of Bilogora and the river Drava.
As a sacred tree and a symbol of the ancient Slavs, the linden has been highly valued since ancient times, cultivated and planted outside its natural areas. At the Virovitica City Park, students and teachers involved in the Globe program at the Globe Station have been conducting tree surveys since 2012. In their project for the national competition in 2013, they recorded the share of two types of linden and pointed to their ecological value.
On the pictures, you can see Linden Tilia tomentosa and Tilia cordata. 573 individuals of trees and shrubs, 120 individuals of linden, about 20% linden in City Park, 10 individuals of Tilia cordata, and 110 individuals of Tilia tomentosa.
With this research, we wanted to explore the share of the linden tree before and after the restoration of the park, and compare our data on linden tree is from Globe Station in City Park in the period from 2013 to 2020. We believe that in this way, we will point out the meaning of linden as an indigenous tree in the city.
You can see a satellite image of the city park before the renovation 2012. In the park, you can see a lot of trees. Now you can see satellite image of the city park after the renovation 2020. In the park, you can see small percent of trees.
We hypothesize that lindens are extremely valuable trees in the city because they grow rapidly and are adapted to the continental climate and contribute to reducing air pollution because they reduce the amount of carbon dioxide. We conducted the survey on 2 occasions from September 2012 to April 2013, and after 7 years from November 2020 to December 2020. The chest diameter of the trees was determined according to the Globe protocol, and the amount of carbon according to the instructions from the lecture by Magistrate of Science Marina Grcic, how to calculate the amount of carbon in an area, preparatory materials for the Globe project, carbon cycle.
Data display and analysis. You can see in the table a representation of linden according to the chest diameter. You can see the difference from 2013 and 2020.
It can be seen that wild lindens were not present in the park until the park was renovated and newly planted. Young lindens by 2020 after the park renovation make up to 68% of the total number of species of 40 recorded linden trees in the park. Of the 15% of 19th century linden trees with a chest diameter greater than 100 centimeters, only 2 trees remain. Now it is 4% of the linden trees in the park. Previously, linden trees with a diameter of 21 to 100 centimeters prevailed, the share of which was significantly reduced after the felling of trees during the restoration of the park.
According to the 2013 census, the condition of trees was marked with healthy trees, diseased trees, damaged trees, and diseased and damaged trees.
Most lindens of both species were healthy. In relation to the total number of individuals, sick and damaged lindens were equally represented. On the left side here, we see a diseased tree. As you can see, it's barren, it doesn't have any leaves. On the right side, we can see a damaged and diseased tree, which is the same one as the left, but it's broken in half.
We estimate the amount of carbon where the mass of the tree was calculated according to the formula. We also calculated the amount of carbon for lindens in the study area and expressed them in the kilograms by square meter. It can be seen that trees with a larger chest diameter have a higher mass and produce more carbon, and vice versa.
748 vehicles per hour on working days and 280 vehicles per hour on non-working days were recorded, which indicates intensive traffic in the city center. Because trees bind carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis, and there are linden trees near roads, they contribute to reducing air pollution. So as you can see, we need trees. We concluded that during the reconstruction of the city park after 2013, the number of small town Tilia cordata and the silver linden trees, Tilia tomentosa, decreased significantly. Of the 79 linden trees, only 13 trees remain. In 2013, 33 young pectoral trees up to 21 centimeters in diameter were planted. Of the 18 trees of centuries of age, with a chest diameter of more than 100 centimeters, only 2 trees remain.
Trees with a larger chest diameter have a larger mass and produce more carbon and are more valuable in the city. Since the remaining linden tree is located in the city center along the roads, they affect the reduction of the air pollution in the city. Therefore, they also have ecological significance in the city.
We have confirmed that data from our measurements on linden trees from Gold Station in the city park can contribute to monitoring the condition of these important trees in our city.
This is literatura what we use. And internet sources.
Thank you for your attention. You were really a great crowd.
Wow, you two gave a wonderful presentation, and you did such a good International Virtual Science Symposium project.
Thank you.
I'm gonna blush.
Something I really love, especially about your project, is the fact that you are making the science so understandable. The way that you have done your research over time, and you've learned from other people and the research they've done. You've looked at the satellite imagery, so you've looked at it from above, and then you're going and you're taking those diameter, that data about how thick the tree is, and you're gathering up all of that data, which makes so much sense, and you're able to find this very important relationship between how big, how wide the trunk of a tree is, and how much carbon they're able to pull in, and then how much oxygen they're able to give us. I think that was really, really wonderful. I attended a talk last week from scientists who study this sort of thing, and they were presenting exactly what you said and how important it is to make sure that we don't just cut down old trees and put in new trees, because when we cut those old trees down, we're losing these nice big volumes of trees that are pulling in that carbon. So you have really, really found something that's so important. I'm wondering, did you get a chance to share your data with anybody who works with the park, with any government officials?
Unfortunately, yes, we do.
Good.
Yes, we share that information with the city.
Very good. And do you know if the city is going to do anything, change anything as a result of learning from your research?
Well, they planted new young trees. That's it.
We aren't sure.
Yes, and we hope so that young trees are going to remain healthy.
Very good, because I saw what you said about some of the trees being planted and then they didn't stay healthy. Earlier, we had a woman present about planting a lot of trees in Pennsylvania and how important it is to make sure they stay healthy. Your research is extremely important, and the fact that you have a globe site there in the park and that you have let government officials know that you young people are always keeping an eye on this and that you care, that is going to make a big difference in Croatia, in the city that you live. And you're also setting a very good example for other people around the world. So thank you so much for all of your hard work.
Thank you too.
I'm going to see if there's,
Welcome.
I
You're
mean,
welcome.
it really is a shame, like, that there isn't that much awareness about, you can just like plant a tree and it's gonna be okay. No, you gotta cultivate it, you gotta
Yes.
take care of it. That's really important.
you are
We
so
are hoping, yes, that the city is going to take care of those trees this time.
And another thing you did is you learned about linden trees, and you learned that those are native to where you live. Because something we've learned over time is that it's so important to keep native trees in their environment. Sometimes where I live in Maryland, if somebody tries to plant a tree that's not really grown here, maybe a palm tree or a different kind of a tree, it won't do so well because it's not meant to be here. So we have been working on learning what trees used to be here, what trees should be here, and having those native trees in our area. So thank you for doing that. Your research is very important. Is there anything else you want to add before we move on to our last Croatian school?
Yeah, I mean, like, bringing in a new tree and destroying another one might completely ruin an ecosystem, you know? It's a fickle thing.
You are absolutely correct. And I like that you're learning these things, and now you're sharing this with people from all over the world, and they can hear about what you did at your school and think that sounds like a really good idea for where I'm living, in my school, in my area. And they can come away and hopefully take advantage of that. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. And I hope you now get a chance to have your dinner.
Yes.